haters talking about.
What's up, family? R. Kelly said the parents of two young women he is accused of holding against their will sold them to him when they were teenagers in an interview with Gayle for CBS News, where he yelled, cried, and protested his innocence on child rape charges. He said Jocelyn Savage and Azriel Clary's parents sold them to him because they wanted money and were willing to let him spend time with their daughters in exchange for it. While R. Kelly blames the parents for handing their daughters to him, he also denies having sex with any of them while they were underage. Now he admits that all three were in a relationship, but says it was consensual. Asked if he was attracted to younger women, he replied, "I don't look at age, I look at legal." If convicted on the child sex charges, R. Kelly faces up to 70 years in prison. Whoa. This was his first interview in years, and I gotta tell you, it was horrible. All bad. All bad. I don't know who his advisors are. I don't know who his PR agent is, but he needs to get a new one, and I mean fast. You don't wait to be interviewed for something this big and bomb this bad. See, here's how the interview thing works. Typically, when it's a big interview, especially a big interview, you prep. You get with your people and you talk about possible questions that might be asked of you, and you decide how you're going to answer those questions. Certain questions might be off limit. Your people go to the interviewer and they tell them, they talk to the interviewer or the producer, and they tell them, look, he doesn't want to talk about this, he's not going to talk about this, he's not going to talk about this, so don't ask. So that's pretty much how it goes. So I don't see how R. Kelly would bomb this bad unless this is just pure arrogance. Or everybody abandoned him. I don't know, maybe everybody just took off. But this was all bad, man. Check out some excerpts of the interview. When Gayle asked him this question, I was floored. She said, "What kind of love is it that keeps these young women away from their families?" R. Kelly gave the shocking answer. "How come it was okay for me to see them until they wasn't getting no money from me? Why would you take your daughter? If I were going to take my daughter and she's 19 years old to a 49-year-old icon, whatever, celebrity, R. Kelly concert, whoever it is, I'm not going to put her on stage and leave her. I'm going to take her to the concert. Their father is more into my music and knew more about my music than they do." Gayle pushed on. "You're saying the parents handed their daughters, Azriel and Jocelyn, over to you. That's what you're saying?" R. Kelly replied, "Absolutely." The camera's still rolling. He looked into the camera and reiterated, "Absolutely." Horrible. This ranks right at the top with one of the most horrible interviews I've ever seen. Reminds me of the Mike Tyson interview back in the day when he was being interviewed. He and He and Robin Givens, when they were married, they were interviewed by, I believe that was Barbara Walters, and it was just all down. It's just a really, really horrible interview. Made Mike look real bad, and even made his wife look very suspicious. But when you do an interview, when you give an interview after you've been accused of something, especially something as serious as these crimes, as these alleged crimes, the idea of the interview is to gain public approval. Try to gain some type of favor from the public so that the public can see you as opposite of what the prosecution is trying to paint you, or what your accusers are trying to paint you, what your detractors are trying to paint you as. And this didn't help at all. R. Kelly was crying, and he got a little belligerent. He was combative. That's all bad, because believe you me, when this goes to trial, those images will be embedded. They will be ingrained in the minds of the jurors, and trust you me, they'll lie and say that they hadn't watched any of the coverage of R. Kelly, and some of them will even claim that they barely even know who he is, but they'll be lying just to get on the jury so that they can convict him. Oh yeah, they're gonna remember that. They're gonna remember that interview. All bad, man. R. Kelly, man, switch it up, man. Switch it up. You're operating from a deficit right now, a major deficit. Public opinion, all bad. And Gayle King, bad luck. I wouldn't have done that interview. No. Gayle King her line of questioning was not giving R. Kelly the benefit of doubt. And I know some people just say, hey, well, he's guilty. That's why she's not giving him the benefit of doubt. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this interview? Let me know. I'm damn near speechless, man. But I did have to bring it to you so that you guys could be aware of what's going on if you have not seen the interview. And it's online. You can check it out. R. Kelly, just look up R. Kelly crying or something like that. You'll see it. Man, let us pray. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?